Gemstone and mithril powder are one of the key elements to be able to making really good money when it comes to mithril mining or gemstone mining. And a question I get asked a ton of the time is how much powder should I get before starting to gemstone mine? So in this video, I'm going to be going through a couple of tests to show how much powder you really need for gemstone mining, and then at the end, I'm going to give a conclusion about what I think. So I don't want to waste any more of your time, so without further ado, let's get on in the video. So if you're wondering how this video is going to work, I'm going to tell you now. I'm going to be using a gemstone mining profit calculator, which by the way, I'll be linking in the description, full credit to the guy who made it. And I'll be using this to determine my hourly rates if I had 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, and 4 million powder. And each step of the way, I'm going to be leveling up my Heart of the Mountain skills and perks to however much powder I've allocated myself. And then I'm going to put all the data in the spreadsheet and then find out how much money we're actually going to be making. So quickly, before we start the first test, I'm just going to be showing you what my gear looks like. Right now, I have a gemstone gauntlet with perfect gems and like compat 10 and stuff like that. And I have full Divin set with perfect gemstones, jaded, recalmed. Overall, it's pretty much maxed out full set of Divan. And finally, because we're doing ruby mining comparison, we're going to be comparing our rates with a 100 level bow pet. So if I just show you quickly what our mining stats are looking like right now, we have 7,000 or a little over 7,000 mining speed, nearly 1900 mining fortune, and 18 pristine. So without further hesitation, let's just go and reset our Heart of the Mountain tree. So now that we have a completely clean Heart of the Mountain, with 0 powder, let's just go see how much mining fortune and mining speed we have and how much the calculator says we're going to make. Currently, with absolutely 0 Heart of the Mountain perks, we have 3,817 mining speed and around 1200 mining fortune. And that's pretty terrible, just to let you know. So as you can see from the screenshot that I'm going to be showing now on screen, you can see that the calculator predicts that I'm going to be making nearly 9 million coins an hour from ruby mining. Now to you, that might sound actually half decent. However, what you have to keep in mind is that the calculator assumes that I'm mining for an hour straight at maximum intensity and with absolutely 0 downtime and perfect ping. Realistically, what I found that, although I might be like majorly skill issuing, I make around 2/3 to 3/4 of what the calculator actually predicts I make. So realistically, if this is around 9 million coins, usually expect to make more around 6 or 7. However, please do bear in mind that although this setup is absolutely far from maxed, it is still pretty expensive and it probably still costs upwards of 500 million coins. So now that the amount of money with absolutely 0 powder at all been gone through, let's go and put up our Heart of the Mountain perks to reach 1 million powder. And just before we move on to the next part of the video, I kindly ask that if you're enjoying the video and finding it helpful, then please consider subscribing because it would make me really happy. Anyways, I don't want to waste any more time, so let's jump back into the video. So now I've gone ahead and just put 1 million of each powder type into my Heart of the Mountain tree, and I'm just going to show you what perks I actually leveled it up with. I don't really know if this is the best tree precisely, but I want to balance out so I can actually do mithril mining as well. If you look at my mining stats currently, I have 5,800 mining speed and nearly 1,600 mining fortune. And as you can see on screen, if you put this into the gemstone mining profit calculator, it says that you're going to be making around 18.5 million coins. However, as I said before, this isn't really 18.5, you're probably looking at more around 13 just because of like a ping difference and the fact that you're not always going to be 100% at it all the time. But yeah, the difference between having absolutely 0 powder and no Heart of the Mountain perks and 1 million powder is quite stark, and it's definitely worth getting to 1 million powder first of all. So now, if we take a quick look at my Heart of the Mountain tree, I have now put around 2 million of each powder type, and I've just leveled up my mining speed and mining fortune a bit, professional, and mining speed and mining fortune. Now, if you take a quick look at my mining stats, you can see my mining speed and mining fortune has increased by a fairly significant amount, 6,198 mining speed and 1,664 mining fortune. So as you can see from the gemstone calculator that I'm putting up on the screen right now, the calculator estimates that we're going to be making around 20 million coins. So realistically, for me at least, with my mining fortune, we're looking in the region of more like 14 million coins to give or take. Anyways, let's go put 1 million more powder of each type into our Heart of the Mountain. So now we've gone ahead and put 3 million of each powder type, and as you can see, from High Mountain, we've leveled up our mining fortune and mining speed a bit, and our mining speed 2 and mining fortune, and our professional. If we go ahead and take a quick look at our mining stats right here, you can see that we have 6,450 mining speed and a little over 1,700 mining fortune, which is still a pretty significant jump over what we had previously with 2 million and definitely 1 million. And as you can see from the screenshot from the gemstone calculator showing right now on screen, you can see that our total was nearly 22 million coins, which is actually pretty good. And this probably totals out to more around 15.5 million coins, something like that. But overall, as we're increasing the powder, the mining profits are still increasing fairly steadily. So now we've come to the big 4 million powder split that probably a lot of you have been waiting to see the results of. So just taking a quick look at my mining stats, we have around 6,650 mining speed and nearly 1,750 mining fortune, which to be quite frank is a pretty small increase over the 3 million powder split. But let's go and see the results. So finally, as you can see from the screenshot from the gemstone mining profit calculator, we are making around 23.5 million coins, which probably turned out to be more like 16. That's at least with my ping and my concentration skills. Anyways, now that all of the tests are actually complete with the powder and I've got the data, let's jump into a quick conclusion, shall we? So, conclusion time. So here, I'm just going to be offering a quick breakdown of how I would interpret the results and maybe give you some guidance on what you should do, at least from what I think. However, as with the theme of most of my videos, I mainly just show what I thought and what I got, but ultimately you should be making the choice for yourself in what you want to do, and ultimately just play the game however you want to. So firstly, the gap from 0 million powder, or just 0 powder, to 1 million powder was extremely stark, around double the amount of money. So yeah, that's clearly something that you should be absolutely aiming for. The jump again from 1 million to 2 million powder was also quite a big improvement, so definitely I recommend at least 2 million powder as a bare minimum. However, after 2 million powder is where it gets a little bit more variable in terms of what you want to do. Now the reason why I say this is because for me, I have a personally okay-ish mining setup. If your setup is more looking like mine, then you can probably get away with mining with 2 million powder, and especially if you're Dillo mining, then you can get away with even less. However, if you're gemstone mining in a setup that looks like Full Sorrow with fine pristine gems, then yeah, I would absolutely recommend 4 million as an absolute base limit, and 4 million powder should be absolutely mandatory. However, if you have a pretty maxed out mining setup, then I would say that you could probably get away with 2 million powder. So anyways, I personally believe that the amount of gemstone powder and mithril powder which you should start mining on is largely based on A, what you actually want to do and what you find most enjoyable, and B, your actual mining setup. The better your mining setup, the less powder you actually need to start mining, because obviously you're also just going to be getting gemstone powder from gemstone mining and vice versa from mithril. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, then if you could really do me a favour and hit the subscribe button, then yeah, be a cool gamer. And also join the Discord, we do like 20 million coin giveaways quite often on there and stuff like that, so yeah, link is in the description. And with that, thank you very much for watching until the end of this video, and hope you have a good rest of your day.